Hi guys, this is JJ from JJ's Hobby Power. Hope you guys are well. So today I have a new arrival to my collections. This is a Honda Civic Type R. It is made by a company called LCD Models. I have been considering of getting this model for quite a long time. I just couldn't decide whether I should invest my money onto a LCD model, because this is the first LCD models in my collections. And also, you guys probably aware, this model is available on a few colors, mainly black, red, white, blue, a gray one, and a yellow one, which is the limited edition on the real car, not on the models. I decided to get the black one, or Honda called it Nighthawk Black, is because I actually owned this car before I owned my Nissan 370Z. As some of you guys might have seen the video on my YouTube channel showing the exhaust sound. So unfortunately, I have not have this Civic Type R anymore because I have crashed it one really early morning coming back from work. But nevertheless, I just thought, if I can't keep the real car, at least I should have the model, since it has sentimental value of the Civic Type R. And one of the main reasons why I have decided to stick to the Nighthawk Black color as opposed to other color available is because these LCD models Civic Type R actually have done a very accurate paint job on this model. On my Civic Type R, I picked the Nighthawk Black version because I liked the blue glitter that shined underneath the glossy black paint, and it is exactly the same case on this LCD models. When I bring the model car closer to camera, you will be able to see the blue glitter, or you might be able to see it. There's like a dark blue tinge when the LED light shine on the bodywork, but you will get to see the glitter when I zoom in later. But yeah, I hope you guys like the Civic Type R. I definitely like it. I used to drive one. Some of you might want to ask, whether I prefer this car or the Nissan 370Z GT. I like both, to be honest. Although I'm driving the 370Z now, I still miss driving the Civic Type R because it is a very well balanced car. It is fairly fast for a hot hatch, and the handling is really good, and I definitely like the revving engine sound on the Civic Type R. Also, this car is front wheel drive, whereas the 370Z is rear wheel drive, which is a little bit more tricky in heavy rain, or especially in the snowing weather in UK currently. But anyway, enough of that. So I just want to show you guys, firstly, just let the car spin around so you can see, the front, the side, and the rear of the car. You probably can see the underside of the exhaust system as well from the reflection of the mirror. But let me just stop the spinning top, and then I will just show you guys quickly with the packaging that comes with the car. So bear with me 1 second. Okay, so this is the packaging that comes with the model car. There is a transparent sleeve on top of the white box, and it has the outline of the Civic Type R. It has the model name on the box. There's a black label indicating that the model car is black in color. It's made by a company called LCD Models. And then there's a sticker basically saying it's official license with Honda. Also said it there. And that's about it. 1:18 scale Civic Type R, and same on the other side. So if I pull the transparent sleeve out of the way first. Okay, so if I just open the box, so it has a styrofoam box inside to protect the model car. I'll just put that in the background, and then there is a instruction card for the Honda Civic Type R, and then some brief instruction. This is basically to show you how to unscrew the car from the styrofoam box. There are only 4 screws, and then it is recommending you to use the opening tools to open, you know, any of the panels, whether this the boot lid, the engine cover, or the doors. One thing I've noticed is, where is it? Where is that trunk? The trunk can be opened. I don't know why they have put 2 arrows. It almost looks like, you know, you could open the boot lid or the trunk lid to the up position, and then something else that could flip down on the lower side of the boot, similar to Range Rovers or some of the Range Rovers that have that function. But on the Civic Type R, you definitely do not have the second function, so it's literally you just lift the boot lid up and that's about it. So it does have steering, the wheels, all of the wheels rotate. What else is there? The fuel cap, it does open, which is very cool. You don't really see that normally on a normal 1/18 scale model car. And then obviously the car doors all opened. And then onto the styrofoam box. It's split into 3 parts, as you can see. It does come with a opening tool, like a key, and it has a Honda logo on it. It depends on the LED models you get. If you get a McLaren 600 LT, then you'll get the key with a McLaren logo, and likewise for the Pagani Huayra Roadster. So this is a Honda Civic Type R, so it has a Honda key, and then underneath that, which I didn't bother to take out, is just a screwdriver with the handle matching, the handle color matching the actual model car color. So this would be Nighthawk black, so it'll be kind of piano black with the dark blue glitter undertone. And they give you the options of Phillips head or the straight or the cross head. So there's 2 options there, I believe. I haven't opened it, so I can't be 100% sure. I normally use my own screwdrivers to unscrew the cars anyway. And then you also get this little Honda badge, which basically is to hold the top 2 styrofoam together. You can just remove this, and you can always paint it red and put it in your cabinet as a diorama, which is really cool. And then the foam just open up like that way because there's sellotape on both sides. The screw that came out, they are just the 4 screws that secure the model car to the styrofoam base, and I have that removed, and I just left them in the box. So the cars, it came fully wrapped with kind of soft paper, and the top of the model car, they have covered it with a soft plastic sheet to protect the paintwork, which is really cool. And that's about it. There's nothing special about it. It's just a box that offers good protection, and they gave you a screwdriver and opening tool. That is it. So let's go back to the model car. Okay guys, so after the quick showcase of the packaging, let's take a good look of the Civic Type R. So the one model in front of you is the Nighthawk Black color version. As I mentioned earlier, this model does come with other colors as well. As I mentioned, I couldn't decide what color to go for, so I just stuck to my existing Honda Civic in real life, and I chose the Nighthawk Black. I am actually considering of getting the white version as well, just so I can have the black and white together. I think it will look quite good in my display cabinet. And to be fair, the model itself is not too expensive comparing to Auto Arts, or definitely much cheaper to BBR or MR collections, or even CMCs that probably cost more than 10 times the value of what I paid for this LCD models. So I hope you guys have a good look around of this car. I'm going to stop the spinning top and I'll pick up the car to show you guys the details of this LCD model. Okay, so I'll just move the spinning top away. So first of all, let me show you the blue glitter. As I mentioned, in the real car, the color option is called Nighthawk Black. So basically is piano black paint with blue glitter undertone, and it is exactly replicated on this model car, which is amazing. From a distance it looks like an ordinary gloss black model car, but if your cabinet have spotlights or LED lights, you will be able to see the Nighthawk Black effect. Sorry about the markings on the doors and other panels, because I have been handling the model car without the gloves on, but I will give this car a good polished after the video. And just so you guys know, for majority of my diecast model, I normally would put the application of the polymer application on the model car. It's just to give the model car a better shine and also to protect the paintwork a little. And one thing I've noticed is, with the polymer application, it makes the model attract less dust compared to other model that doesn't have the application. If you guys are asking about whether it would prevent leaving fingerprint, then unfortunately not. I have actually tested it earlier and you could see there are marks everywhere. So I will need to give the car a good polish after this video before I put the car back to the display cabinets. So I hope you guys like and also appreciate the Nighthawk Black color. The whole model car is quite heavy because it is a die-cast model, and one thing that makes me really like this model, and also part of the reason why I decided to pick the Nighthawk Black, is because the darker color, it really hides the shut lines or panel gaps better than any other lighter color like white or yellow. And in the black version, the whole car just looked really tidy. I mean, the model car by LCD, the panel gaps are pretty good already, but having it in a darker color definitely have the advantage. but I'm sure regardless what color you pick, you're gonna love this model car. So let's look at the under chassis first. There are actually two versions by LCD of this Civic Type R. One is 2020 version, and this one is the 2021 version, which is the revised version, and dare I say a better version. Comparing to the 2021 version, the extra bit this 2021 version has over 2020, mainly the alloy wheels are slightly different, of different shape. This has a proper metal exhaust tips, which looks more realistic. Those stickers on the rear boot lid or trunk lid, they sit higher than the existing 2020 version model. On the 2020 models, if you look through the mesh on the bonnet, 2021 model has a real mesh that you could see through to the engine compartment. The 2020 version is just a piece of solid plastic. There are some variation on the front bumper as well. See this line here, and also the general shape of the front bumper is slightly different, but the easiest thing to notice is the 2021 Honda Civic Type R. It has this line here, same as on the other side. The 2020 version doesn't have that. And the other difference between the two models are the 2021 models has folding mirror on both sides, obviously. The 2020 version have fixed mirror that you cannot fold in. The interior is pretty much the same. One big difference between the 2020 and 2021 versions are the underside. So the newer version has got a lot more details compared to the last year version, and also the new version has proper suspension arms and links compared to the last version, and all of these links actually worked and they move independently. So all the joints that you could see, they all moved, which is really cool. Let me try and show you. So the spring obviously works, but you can see the links where there are screws, like there, here, there, and everything on the other side. They all work together, which is very, very detailed. And I really like how LCD decided to add this level of details on the model car, and they're selling it at a reasonable price as well. So after looking at the under chassis, let's start looking at the front. It has fairly detailed headlight with the daytime running light as well. The center Honda badge is 3D erased, and the Type R logo is shiny. I think they might have made it with photo etch. And then you get the Type R, just a plastic number plate, and you get a front fog light as well. And then you can see the upper and lower mesh are actually real mesh. They are perforated, and you could see straight through to the radiator inside, which is really, really nice. The front splitter, you can see there's carbon fiber stickers wrapped around it with the red outline painted. It's very detailed, very nice. The front side indicator, very reflective as well. It's very detailed. The front hood vent is real perforated mesh. As I mentioned before, it's really cool. Looking at the front windscreen, they have put a fairly cleared plastic with plastic windscreen wiper, which is quite detailed as well. And then there's also the drainage panel at the front as well. There you can see the vent is actually perforated. You can see the Honda engine cover there in red. Side vent is just molded plastic. It's not perforated. I don't think the real car has the perforated vent. I think it's just for show. The door does have a proper handle. Let me demonstrate. You can put the opening tool through the handlebar, same as the rear door. And the front passenger window is clear plastic. The rear is tinted, but it's still, you can see through it. You can see the red seatbelt, but it is tinted. The side skirt, again, it has carbon fiber stickers wrapped it with the red outline. Fuel cap, this is real, you can open it. To the rear brake light is fairly detailed, even down to the bulb, you can see it. And as I mentioned before, it does have the Photo Edge Civic logo and the Type R logo, and same as the front, the Honda badge is 3D, it's slightly raised. Similar Type R number plate like the front bumper. The lower bumper is fairly detailed. It has a fake mesh, just like the real car. They are not perforated, and there's red highlighted areas on the rear bumper, and again carbon fiber wrapped around the rear splitter, which is really cool. And then the exhaust and diffusers, they're there. The top is quite plain, nothing to see, and it has the shark fins antenna, as well as the upper spoiler as well, kind of tiny. And then you have the proper raised rear spoiler. It's very cool. So looking at the wheels, they're all very detailed. So the front wheel, it's got low profile tire, and you can see from the marking is 245 30 ZR20 90Y. So it's 20-inch rims with 30 profiled, and the width of the tires is 245. And if you rotate the wheels, you can see the Michelin logo and the writing, and then another Michelin logo as well. The wheels are done really nicely. It has gloss black painted on the rims with red outline, just like the real car. The locking nuts are all painted in silver. The center Honda emblem, I believe they are photo edged. It's shiny as well. Look through the wheels, you will see a big red Brembo caliper at the front and a slightly smaller one at the back. The brake disc itself, it does spin through the brake calipers, which is really cool. And the brake disc itself is some form of shiny metal, which is really cool. And it has drilled holes on it. And if you look through the wheels and the brake disc, you will see the suspension coil as well, which is really cool. And it does have proper working suspension. I've already mentioned the side mirror can be fold and unfold. So looking at the rear wheel, again similar to the front, it has Michelin logo on the tire wall, and then the tire size 245/30 ZR20, and it's a slightly smaller brake disc compared to the front, same as the caliper, it's smaller as well. And on the rear you will see the rear windscreen wiper, which is quite detailed, and the heating element line on the rear window as well, quite details. And as I mentioned earlier, the exhaust, it does have proper metal tips, and when you touch it without gloves, it feels a lot colder than these other plastic bits. Okay, so first thing I want to show you is the fuel cap that can be opened like so. It's pretty cool. And then the rear trunk, you can lift it. The trunk is fully carpeted. It's very detailed, very nice. And the hinges are quite accurate and even have the supporting strut on both sides. And then to open the front engine compartment, I'll just turn the car upside down. There you go. Because this is a die-cast model, so the engine hood is quite heavy. You keep wanting to drop down, but you can pull up this foldable engine hood bar, and it clicked into the small circular hole on the upper hood like that, and it will support the hood in the openings positioned. This whole part is made of plastic. I'm not sure if you guys can tell the difference, but the center bit, which is more of a matte color, so that's plastic with the vent. The rest of the hood is made of die cast. There's a small magnet there so that it shut the boot lid in the correct position, and there are a couple of stickers on the underside of the engine hood, which the 2020 version doesn't have. The hinge itself is quite nice. It's very small, as you can see, compared to like a Birago. They normally have very big dog-legged hinge. The supporting bar is quite nice, and it folds back down and sit on this little piece of plastic, which is really cool. The engine itself is fairly detailed. The red Honda engine cover with carbon fiber details and more stickers on the batteries, and more warning stickers. It's really cool. They even painted the windscreen fluid cap cover in blue. And even the reservoir is painted white, and the cap of the reservoir has a very tiny sticker as well. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. Very cool. And there's another sticker here which said Earth Dreams VTEC Turbo. It's really cool. One thing that I wished LCD model could improve for the future models is similar to motor helix model. I've seen on the Skyline GTR R34 Nismo version, actually Nismo's set tune version, they even include a engine oil dipstick by the engine as well. That's very detailed. I wish LCD model has included that as well and painted it in a different color rather than just leaving the engine bay in black, silver, and then the red and carbon fiber texture. But all the details are there, and it is quite accurate because I've seen the engine bay on my real life Civic Type R. It is very accurate, and even the rain drainage, they're all there. It's really cool. Now let me leave the side mirror unfold, and then I'll open up all of the front and rear doors. Doors are quite tight. Okay, so with the doors open, let me open the trunk again. So it's fully opened model, including the fuel cap, like that. It's all open. It's very cool. So let's take a look at the interior. So the front, let me zoom in a bit. You can see the driver steering wheel has got black and red color trimmed with the Honda badge in the middle in red, and you can see the steering wheel control buttons are all there. On the dash there's a sticker there with 3 screens. It's very accurate, and there are red outlines on dash as well. You can see the 3 pedals. This is a manual transmission car, so you get the gas, brake and clutch, and the gear stick in the middle with red stitching, and more stitching on the center console. On the door card is something that I really like. It has got the carbon fiber texture and red outline, as well as the red stitching in the middle. The door handle is painted in silver or grey color, and the Alcantara material they painted in a grey color as well. It's very accurate. And the door panel buttons to control your side mirror position, opening the lowering and closing the glass or the windows. The buttons are all there, as well as the folding the side mirror in buttons is all replicated there on the door card. It's really cool. And even the door card pocket is there as well. The interior, as you can see, both front and rear are carpeted. You get the red racing bucket seat at the front. It's got the Type R logo on it. You can see the seatbelt buckle receiver is there, painted red as well. And there you can see the center console has the red stitching, and the diffuser mesh color there as well. Onto the passenger side, you can see the center console a bit better with the center screen, the volume adjuster, the buttons, and the drive mode button. So there, cup holders, everything is there. It's really cool. Door card, again, very detailed. Even the rear door card has all the details as well. And then the rear air vent is painted, highlighted in silver as well, with the diffuser or the louver of the air vent. All the details are there. Even the backing of the front racing seat, you can see it's carbon fiber textured, which is really cool. The red seatbelt with photo edge buckled, and the red highlighted buckle receiver on the seat. And there's actually a red seatbelt for the front passenger and driver side as well. I'm not sure you could see it right there. It's red seatbelt with the photo edge buckle, same as the other side. It's very detailed. The main dash is just a kind of matte gray color. You can see the air vent textured on both sides. There's a mirror in the rear view mirror, and above the front seat you can see the stickers and other details as well. Oh, sorry, there. It's really cool. You can see the windscreen wiper and indicator control levers there, and also the air vent at the front. So very accurate. And the rear seat. Okay. It's a very detailed model, as you can see. I can definitely recommend it, especially if you are living in the UK. If you go onto eBay, there is a eBay seller called Genuine Parts, and the company is selling this model car for £94 or £95 with free shipping. So you only have to pay £94 or £95 to get this model car delivered. It's definitely a model worth getting and to add to your collection. It is my first LCD model, and definitely it won't be the last one for sure. I really like the amount of details on the model car. So as I mentioned in my previous video, these are die-cast model, so it is best not to handle directly with your hand, not just that you leave fingerprint everywhere. You also want to prevent the model car from getting the paint rash as well. So it's good to keep the model nice and dry and clean. So very nice. And as I mentioned earlier, I am really deciding whether I'm going to add the white version of the Civic Type R to my collection as well. So it will be sitting right next to this Nighthawk black version. I think it will look quite good together. And again, demonstrate the suspension again. So that's the front suspension and the rear. The front travel a lot more than the rear, and all the wheels should spin freely. Sorry, I forgot to show you guys the proper underside. There's a lot of details there. There's a stamp showing LCD models, 1:18 scaled Honda Civic Type R, and no surprise there, it is made in China. And the full working rear suspension arms and links and metal tipped exhaust. The front suspension works as well, but it just doesn't have the same amount of details and moving parts comparing to the rear suspension. Well, that is it. I hope you guys like the 2021 version of the Civic Type R. I definitely like this model a lot, and it is going to stay in my collection for a very long time. Not just because I appreciate the level of details that LCD has put in to this Civic Type R model, and also it has sentimental value to myself, and it is a very good and very fun car to drive, and I'm sure you guys would agree with me on that if you have driven the Civic Type R before. And that is it, guys. I hope you liked the video and the review of the Civic Type R 2021 version. And when I received the white version, I will do a quick review again, and I'll have that side by side to the Nighthawk black version, so you guys could see the comparison, and hopefully you guys would like the black and white combo as well. That is it, guys. I will catch you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you all. Take care. Bye bye.